Hello, today I'm doing part 3, I think, of this partscaster story. My Fiesta Red partscaster. And if you haven't seen when I put this guitar together from the bits and pieces, you can watch it in this episode up here. And yeah, I had some challenges due to partly that I'm using a lot of parts in my speech now, partly. Now the neck here, that's not the best neck in the world. It's quite budget kind of neck. I had quite a few issues with it. I have experienced that a few times, trying to reduce the costs of putting one of these together and ending up with buying less known brands and thinking that they will work fine. Especially the frets on this guitar needed tending to. The fret ends were very sharp. I needed to adjust the heights on the frets. Even had to file them down some places to get them even and nice playing. So that was quite a job to do. And this body is also from a no brand. It's good. There's nothing to say about it. It's wood. I think the relic job on this is decent. Well done. There was some issues with this as well, and there was trouble with that. The routing for the tremolo was not very well done. I had trouble with getting the tremolo to return to 0. And I discovered that the routing was insufficient, so I had to make a bigger hole for it. And also there was displaced pre-drilled hole for one of these neck screws. So I had to tend to that, refill it and drill it again to make it fit this plate. When all this is tended to, it is very good. Now it plays like a dream, and all things is good except for one thing, and that is what I need to tend to today, and that is these height adjustment screws on the saddles here. They are too high and they are very sharp, so I keep hurting my hand when I play. So I've learned that there are several options to fix this. You can get shorter height adjustment screws that will fit better with the height of the saddles here. Actually, I got a set of those, but they were turned out to be really too high as well. But I discovered that I have a set of Highwood guitar parts saddles, and they are the kind that hides the height adjustment screws underneath the saddle. Saddles that I have from Highwood, they are very bright chrome, so they won't really fit in the looks of the guitar. I tried to age them, putting them in kind of a fume of different liquids. I tried first with vinegar, and then I tried with some household items that had some nasty chemicals inside it. I wasn't too optimistic because it's chrome and it doesn't really affect chrome that much. It's a very minor detail with these saddles, so I think it will be okay. So the next question is, of course, will it make a difference in the tone? I highly doubt that it will, but of course the saddles are a big part of the chain that will make up the tone. The points here on the nut and the saddles are where the strings are touching the guitar really. So that is a big part of how the sound comes to be. A bit curious, so let's hear it before and after. And of course this guitar sports a set of Radioshop pickups. It's the famous ID Crisp Buck set. They are marvelous, of course, so and they work very well in this guitar. Enough talk, let's play and see how it sounds before I replace the saddles. I can make a little loop to have something to play over. let's get to work. Yeah, so done. It looks okay, I think. It's, let's see if I can show you here. It looks pretty okay. Although they are chrome and the other parts are nickel and aged, I think it's okay. I could probably darken it a bit with some shoe polish or whatever stuff if it gets annoying. Let's hear if it's any difference. I've managed to keep the old strings. If I had to change the strings, we couldn't really compare to the last thing you heard, because the strings of course will sound different if they are brand new. But these are the same strings, and I'll let you hear some of the previous part first now, so you can more easily compare to what I record now. So here's the first part before I changed the saddles. All right, could you hear a difference? I think I sense that they are a bit brighter, really. So That's interesting. So it's a different kind of metal, I guess. It's more like a chrome type as opposed to the nickel ones that were in here before. Maybe it has to do with that. I think they are a bit brighter. I think it's better because it opens up the guitar a bit, and so you have more to play on. Quite marginal. I don't know if you even could pick it up from the recording, but it's something. It's there. So, but it's not a negative way for me, at least. And I love that there's no screws here when I rub it over these, as I do when I play. So yeah, I'm happy with this, and I think this guitar now is as it should be. Maybe there'll be a part 4, and I don't know what it should be about, but if I run into more issues with it, I will of course do that, or at least I will probably feature it more in my channel. But as it is now, it has a lovely action. The trem is fine. I have gone for the 3-spring solution. If you remember when I first started out with this, I had 5. Okay, I think I'll leave you with that, and maybe you have an issue with this. I could very much recommend these kind of saddles, or you could try, of course, to use the lower, smaller height adjustment screws as well. It could also work well. At least I know these will work. Yeah, all right. Bye for now.